Well, let's zoom in on one company in particular, Sydney-based software vendor Simble Solutions. The company has made its debut on the ASX today after raising $7.5 million on the initial public offering. And we can see their shares, well, storming out of the gate, sitting higher by sitting at 24 cents, or up by 20%. Well, the company's chief executive, Fadi Geha, is here with me in studio to tell us a little bit more about his company and, of course, the IPO. Fadi, welcome to you. Congratulations, of course, on the listing. Now, the IPO itself was, in fact, heavily oversubscribed, raising $7.5 million, that being the maximum subscription. Now, talk us through, firstly, in terms of, I guess, the impetus in making that public listing and in raising that cash.
Sure. So I guess the background to it was I'd established the business 9 years ago. We built it up to a certain scale. We'd added quite a bit of intellectual property or IP, and we saw the opportunity to commercialise the Simble Energy product on scale, and that required funds. We have two market opportunities in the UK and in Australia, and basically we made a decision to access the capital markets for funding and embarked on that journey about 18 months ago, 12 months ago.
Okay, so you've had the listing. We've seen shares come online, up 20% again. Something you must be pretty pleased with.
Yeah, pleased. Look, very pleased with it. It's great to see the response from the market. We've been very heavily supported by institutional investors during the roadshow, which was fantastic to see for such a small business. But I think that's a testament that they believe in the vision of the business, where we want to take it, and the business model that we want to create.
Of course. Now, so let's take a bit more of a deep dive into what Simble Solutions actually offers. And of course, you're a software provider focusing mainly on energy management, essentially. Yes. Now, I know this is a question that you'll have faced many times, but what is different about the product offering from Simble?
The key differentiator for us there's actually two. The first one is being agnostic to IoT energy submeters out there in the market. We didn't want to be linked into one solution and therefore fixed in one market or in one area of expertise. We want to be able to offer the SME market pretty much a solution that's affordable, scalable, that they can tap into very easily through their trusted providers, the channel partners that we're bringing on board. So our key model, the second differentiator here, is that we go to market via channel partners. So we're talking to organisations in the telecommunications space, information communication space, financial services, energy services companies, utilities, all of those organisations that are looking to engage their SME customers with a different discussion. And at the moment, and it has been for a while, energy costs continue to spiral. These SME businesses are struggling with what is no longer a fixed cost, and they want to rein control of it. And it's really encouraging. We're seeing very good appetite for those discussions with those SME clients from those channel partners.
Now, in terms of, I guess, market maturity, you've got operating offices in Australia, so in Sydney and Melbourne, New Zealand, Dubai also, London. And I understand that the UK is actually a target market for you guys at the moment, and that is where you're looking at perhaps market expansion. How do the likes of New Zealand and Australia and the UK match up in terms of, I guess, market maturity for Simble?
I think the key thing for us when we chose the UK market, that went back about 4 years ago, I've always been passionate about sustainability and helping businesses be more efficient. With the, I guess, lack of policy direction around energy in Australia over the last, say, 5 to 6 years, I saw the opportunity in the UK on the back of legislation to introduce smart meters by 2020 across all businesses and residents in the UK. So we basically investigated that market a few years ago, and that's when I decided that the UK market is the right secondary market to go after. Fortunately, over the last 2 years, there's been interest in the Australian market. We're seeing what's happening in South Australia, even at a political level, where renewables is taking, centre stage. Elon Musk is involved in battery storage, etc. So the debate has actually matured, and that bodes very well for us as a business headquartered in Australia.
Of course, Fadi, congratulations on the listing. Wishing you best of luck for the future.
Thank you very much.